Hello, my name's Kate Mason and I am running for the Informed Medical Options Party in the seat of Robertson. Today I'm talking about GMOs, Agenda 2030 and the Australian government's stance. IMOP's policy states that we promote GMO-free food and labelling, and we also have a policy of promoting organic food and farming. We have additional policies on planet pollution, which are relevant to this topic. This is a really in-depth topic, so I can just go over things on a very surface level, but I will then put links into my Facebook post. So the reason I'm talking about this today is that the Australian Government Department of Health released on their Facebook page a few days ago on the 3rd of April 2022 that the National Gene Technology Scheme has launched its new website providing up-to-date information. Australia to date has approved genetically modified crops. So GMO stands for genetically modified organism, and genetically modified plants are usually changed to be resistant to insects, virus resistant or herbicide tolerant. So GMOs are created and they're patented by biotech and agrochemical corporations who own the world's seed, pesticide and biotechnology industries. So they're engineered, but GMOs are engineered to withstand heavy applications of toxic weed killers like Roundup, which kill weeds and all other plant life except the crop. So outlined on the government's website, they raise the potential risks of GMOs as being the safety of human or animal food products made from GMOs, the long-term effects of new GMOs on the environment, the effect on biodiversity and animal welfare issues, contamination of non-GMO plants by their GMO variety, which can lead to organic farmers losing their certification. So there is extensive literature on these concerns raised. Additionally, loss of biodiversity includes loss of seeds and varieties. It also includes loss of pollinators such as honeybees, wild bees, monarch butterflies, and wild birds. There are numerous countries who have banned GMOs due to the above concerns. So the UN Agenda 2030 has 17 goals, and the second goal is to end world hunger. And this will be done through GMOs. The UN Food Systems Summit met in September 21, and they state, in their words, the summit is first of its kind to take on the incredible complexity of food systems in their entirety, asking countries to confront the reality of balancing food production with climate action, affordable food with healthy diets and stable food supplies with fair and open trade. And never before has a UN summit been so open, so inclusive and so transparent, with farmers, youth and Indigenous peoples squarely placed in leadership roles who represent millions from their constituencies. What they don't tell you is a number of organisations and individuals withdrew from the summit due to concerns regarding lack of transparency and corporate-led interests. And one of these was the International Panel of Experts on Sustainable Food Systems. They wrote a letter withdrawing from the summit, and within that letter they said, from the outset, the UN Food Systems Summit raised major concerns. Its origins were opaque, its relationship to existing global fora unclear, and its governance poorly defined, i.e. who's in charge, who participates, and how decisions are made. We were able to put these concerns temporarily aside in the hope that they would be addressed by the time key milestones were reached. However, the pre-summit has now arrived, and the concerns raised so clearly and consistently by farmers, organisations, social movements, civil society, Indigenous peoples and independent scientists have not been addressed. They go on in that letter to additionally say that the Food Summit's approach threatens to usher in a new era of corporate-led multi-stakeholderism. The Australian government participated in the UN summit, and they state Australia supports the UN's goal of delivering more sustainable, productive and resilient agriculture and food systems for producers and consumers alike. So now we have a newly created National Gene Technology Scheme website. I recommend going onto the Food Standards website, and I'll link that to see the GMO foods approved in Australia. And you can additionally see what crops and corporates are listed and what the crops are modified to be resistant to. There's a push that new technological innovations will be the only way to solve our world's problems. There are no efforts to understand the causes of the crises we face and try to work in sync with nature. Instead, there are endless attempts to manipulate, limit, and patent natural processes. And the same giant corporations and power structures that created the crises in the first place profit again by offering these solutions. So at IMOP, we are concerned about the detrimental effects of GMOs. We support biodiversity, organic and permaculture farming principles and methods. We want vibrant, nutrient-rich soil and food that is healthy to consume, where farming practices are ethical and non-exploitative to the farmers, the animals, the earth, and our families. To put communities before corporations, vote 1 for IMOP at the federal election.